Fellow Toastmasters, have you faced a situation when you say something or do something and then wait, your brain, your emotional intelligence says, no, remember, you don't want to be like your mom and dad. You're doing exactly what your mom and dad is doing and you hated it. You don't want to do it. And you keep doing it, and then you probably see your son or daughter doing the same, and you say, no, I don't want to be repeating what my parents did. Basically, you want, you in the goodest aspects, the apple can be fall not too far from the tree, but in some aspects your emotional intelligence is kicking back. Fellow Toastmasters, over 100 years ago, the people was measured for the IQ, the intelligence coefficients. All college and every place, it was looking at who is more smart. Today, they still a lot of college and universities, they are still looking about the IQ of the people. However, it is something new, not new, but it's something that is evolving really fast, and it's called emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability for you to recognize, understand, manage, and influence emotions, not only your emotions, the emotions of the other people. The project that I worked this week, it was very exciting because it made me really reflect about emotional intelligence. It asked me to do a journal, but in the reality, we live every day, our journal goes and goes and goes. And I want to share a little bit, some examples about the main aspects of emotional intelligence. Let me give you just a quick overview because what I focus is about my job. And I'm going to take for the aspect for emotional intelligence, and I'm going to share a little bit about that. I'm an accountant. I started my journey as a revenue recognition accountant 20 years ago. That is something that is very specialized. A lot of people think, oh, you're an accountant, you do taxes. No, I don't do taxes. I'm very specialized in revenue recognition, revenue recognition for software companies, high technology companies. So I started my career at Oracle 20 years ago and came to HP, and then I have worked for a different company. My main job is to review contracts. It's basically read a contract and then see how to apply the accounting rules and see if we are deviating and preventing the company to recognize the revenue, a healthy revenue, and what we call annual recurring revenue. I work in a daily basis with different stakeholders. I work with sales, I work with legal business practices. And my job is live. Every day I take a contract, I read, and I send comments to my stakeholders. You cannot do that. What are you intending to do here and there? So the first aspect of the emotional intelligence is self-awareness. It's for you to feel, understand when you will be feeling stressed out, when you need to take a break before you have a negative reaction. Also, understanding your strengths and weaknesses and how to manage those in your work setting and how to adjust these ones. What I decide, what I have been doing and I normally apply, I look my deliverables, my calendar, and I give priorities, and I develop some reports that help me to visualize everything that I have in my pipeline. Once I take that, also I look what is more important, top dollar down, when this deal is gonna sign, and give some priorities and as well the deadlines. I have my calendar very well organized, and that one helped me significantly to reduce the stress. The other thing that helped me in my strengths, I feel organization is one of my biggest strengths that help me with the self-awareness. The next aspect of the emotional intelligence is self-regulation. Basically, stay calm, not have overreactions when you have hearing conversations, not control my frustrations, and if things doesn't go as planned. As you can imagine, in a daily basis, I have a very tough conversations with sales. Sales are basically making me feel guilty. If you don't sign up on this one, we're gonna lose a 5 million deals. You will be, you're preventing the company to do X, B, and C. I develop also a way to manage that. What I do, we normally go back and forth with the emails and the reviews. And if I see that things are not progressing, I am 100% to just set up a meeting and get live. Let's get live. And I learned many years ago from actually my manager from HP, you should always start presenting your case with a little bit history. Give you a background, and then this is what we are stuck on, what this is the problem, and this is what the outcome. I think that one has been extremely successful for me. And when I join to my calls, I normally tell the people I'm very graphic, because I normally show this is what the background, and that helped me a lot to manage my relationships with my coworkers. The next one is motivation. Basically, be persistent through the challenges without losing the enthusiasm. As you can see, my work is a little bit challenging, and sometimes I have to confess, I think, I don't know for how many more years I can keep doing this, because it's a daily challenge. However, I like it, I enjoy it a lot. I feel very comfortable with what I've developed through the years. And I wake up every day very motivated to keep doing it. In fact, during COVID, when the company wasn't doing that good, they furloughed me. I was upset. I didn't like the idea, but when they called me back, I basically motivate myself and I say, I will do it. I will go back. And here I am. Next month, I will be 6 years in this company. The next one is social skills. Handling conflicts in a diplomatic way instead of escalating, throwing people under the bus. I am really good about encouraging, teamwork. As I mentioned before, I really like to call people in a small environment, in small groups, and I say, let's socialize this one. Let's go through the challenge, what we can do, rather than escalate it to the manager or doing things bigger. I feel that this one is working out really good for me. After, of course, the deal signs and the sales get the fat commission, they come back and they thank me. And a lot of people say, probably you are one of the, like the group, the job that you do, that I have hair. I prefer to go to the dentist and get a surgery than, go through, do the job that you do. But I'm grateful and I like it. Fellow Toastmasters, I really want to encourage all of you to learn more about emotional intelligence, apply it to yourself, and just keep it in mind that even if the apple doesn't fall too far apart from the tree, it's always possible to change that skills and be better in our daily lives. Thank you.